I'm a 26F, and my sister Emily 28F has made my life a nightmare for as long as I can remember. People talk about sibling rivalry like it's some harmless thing, petty fights, childhood pranks, maybe some jealousy here and there. That's not what this was. Emily didn't just want to be better than me, she wanted to destroy me. It started young. Every time I made a friend, Emily found a way to turn them against me. She was the golden child, charming, confident, the kind of person adults adored. I was the quiet one, the sensitive one, the one always accused of overreacting. If I told my parents that Emily was lying about me, they'd brush it off as sibling stuff. Middle school was the first time I saw how far she'd go. I had a best friend, Sarah. We were inseparable, until one day, Sarah stopped talking to me. Just like that. I'd catch her whispering with Emily, throwing me side glances, acting like I was some joke. A month later, I overheard Sarah telling someone that Emily had warned her I was obsessed with her, that I was a clingy weirdo who would eventually stab her in the back. It was completely made up, but it worked. I was left alone, confused, and humiliated. High school was worse. My closest childhood friend, Josh, completely cut me off. He wouldn't even look at me in the hallways. It took years before I found out why. Emily had told him I was bad-mouthing him behind his back, making fun of his family, calling him a loser. I had done none of those things, but by the time I knew what had happened, it was too late. My parents never took any of it seriously. Every time I tried to bring it up, I was met with, "Oh, you two need to stop fighting or you're just being dramatic." They saw Emily as ambitious, popular, someone who could do no wrong. Meanwhile, I was the one constantly picking up the pieces, too exhausted to fight back. College was my escape. I moved to another state, hoping that putting miles between us would finally give me some peace. It didn't. Emily still found ways to interfere. She'd message my friends, acting concerned, twisting my words to make it seem like I was untrustworthy. I remember one time, a girl I was getting close to suddenly pulled away. Months later, I found out Emily had sent her a long message about how I had a history of using people. Then came work. I got a great job in my field, something I was genuinely excited about. At first, I thought I was safe. Emily had never expressed interest in my industry. But months later, she announced she was making a career pivot, citing new connections and opportunities she had found. I didn't have to guess who she had been watching. At first, I tried to be optimistic. Maybe this would be different. Maybe adulthood had mellowed her out. It hadn't. She started networking with my coworkers, positioning herself as the more accomplished sister, making sure everyone knew she was the one to pay attention to. I still told myself I could handle it, until she went after my relationship. I had started dating someone seriously. For the first time in years, I felt like I had something that was just mine. Emily had never even met my girlfriend, but that didn't stop her. She swooped in and warned her about me, telling her I had a history of cheating, that I was manipulative, that she was just trying to protect her. It was an absolute lie, but it didn't matter. My girlfriend dumped me in a whirlwind of tears and accusations, too overwhelmed to figure out what was true. That was my breaking point. I thought about going low contact, but it wouldn't change anything. Emily had already embedded herself into my life. She wasn't just a problem, I was trapped. So I made a decision. I got a job offer in a different city, in an industry space Emily hadn't touched yet. It was a fresh start, and I took it without hesitation. And that's where I met Madeline. Madeline 30F was the kind of woman Emily had always wanted to be. Successful, well-connected, respected. I'd heard Emily talk about her for years, desperately trying and failing to get into her exclusive social group. Madeline was the one person Emily could never impress, no matter how hard she tried. And then somehow I found myself standing next